Building something for your kids to enjoy can be one of the most enjoyable experiences. I remember when I was a kid building tree houses and forts all the time with my dad. It's a great way to bond with your kids, but also give them a place to hang out so they aren't always bothering mom and dad. Now that I'm older, weekend DIY projects are something I enjoy to pass the time on a lazy Saturday afternoon. Well, this dad wanted to do just that for his daughter when he found out that he was going to be removing a tree from his backyard. Unfortunately, mom put a halt on the whole thing because buying the lumber to make one just wasn't in the budget. Being the crafty and creative dad he is, though, Imgur user Janku decided that he would just make do with what he had on hand. What he had on hand was the wood from that tree he was cutting down. Check out this awesome DIY clubhouse this dad made for his daughter. So here's the dead tree. It has some good size to the trunk and plenty of smaller branches up top, but it was a terrible eyesore in the yard. Janku started out by cutting down the lower hanging branches. Slowly making his way up the tree, always be careful when using a ladder. Falling off them is not fun. He cut everything off all the way to the top of the tree. Finally, the tree itself was cut down. Some good wood for a DIY project right there. Janku then sliced up the main trunk of the tree into logs. The branches were really what Janku wanted in order to create a structure. They made for great building materials for the shape and structure of the DIY clubhouse. He erected a little gazebo of sorts for his daughter. This is an extremely simple project that looks like it's going to pay off big in the end. Simply tying the branches up top together helps the structure support itself. He also buried the base legs in the ground to keep it from falling over. He kept the leaf branches from the tree and used them to make a roof. This looks better than some people's completely landscaped hangout areas in their backyards. The picnic table is a nice little touch to make this little hangout even better. It even has extra seating thanks to the cut-up trunk. This is a perfect little spot for daddy and daughter to hang out and spend some quality time together. Just make sure boys are allowed. The perfect summer DIY project that took an afternoon to do. Your kids will be able to enjoy it for a long time to come, though. This was one of the easier DIY projects I've come across. The hardest part of this project had to be the actual cutting down of the tree. That can really stink. After that, however, it's really about tying some branches together so they support the leaf roof. The tiny picnic table is a really cute touch that any daughter would be sure to love. So if you have a dead tree in your backyard that you just don't want to deal with, just think of all the wonderful things you could turn it into.